Okay guys, back with another beer review. Couple new things showed up at the old NSLC this week. This is the first one. The other one's the newest edition of Garrison's Oktoberfest, so I'm going to review that later. I'll probably get my friend Wolfgang Strudel to make a return and review that, as he reviewed the previous edition. And also I'm doing a beer mail with a subscriber in Alberta, and so I'm going to have to grab one of those as a last minute replacement. He requested one of those, but at the time I didn't think I was going to be able to get one in time, but they just showed up this week, so I'm going to have to grab another one for a last minute replacement and send that beer mail off this week sometime. Okay, anyway, here is what came in. Here's what I found. Red Baron Premium Blonde Lager, 4.8% alcohol by volume. This is Canadian beer. It's actually from Waterloo, Ontario, and it's from the Brick Brewing Company. And they claim to be Ontario's oldest craft brewery. From what I can see online, their beers aren't particularly all that crafty at all. They look more like just sort of like small-time macro kind of thing, but who knows, right? They don't get great reviews on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, but this is their flagship beer. Comes in the old clear bottles, so you know, figure out, might as well give it a try. I don't think this is an adjunct lager. I think they actually you know, don't cut their taste with anything, so it might be interesting. I could be wrong about that, of course. So we'll get right into it. Also should mention Brick Brewing has a pretty extensive lineup of beers, but almost all of them are like lagers and then like light versions of those lagers. So yeah, I'm not too enthusiastic, but you know, you never know until you try it. So let's get right into it, folks. Okay, we're back with the Red Baron. It's ported here. So, you know, it's your typical sort of golden straw color, basically. Your typical sort of lager color. The head's pretty, it's about a finger. It's pretty soapy. Looks like dish soap, basically, kind of consistency. So we'll get right into the aroma. A little better than your run-of-the-mill adjunct macro lager. It seems to have some of those characteristics. I think there probably is adjuncts in this. It's a little hard to tell. It's got a sweetness to it, kind of grainy. Might be hints of honey, maybe slight little floral hints there. It's hard to tell because it's just kind of a sort of a bland smell. So it's kind of hard to go either way. Like, is it slightly floral and with honey notes, or is it just like sweet corn kind of smell? It could be either one, really. It's really hard to say. So we'll go right into the taste. It's not offensive in the aroma, at least. So we'll go right into the taste. A little bit of malty character to it. Sort of a bready malt character. Nothing all that impressive that stands out. No real hop bite at all. I know PEI Homebrewer, and I'll link to his review. I'll probably video response it. He's reviewed this in the can, and apparently someone in the comments section, someone actually from Brick Brewing left a comment saying that they use liquid hops instead of just regular hops. They use liquefied form of hops in the making of this. Yeah, up front, kind of a bready malt. Gives way into some sort of slightly corn tasting kind of thing. Maybe a little bit of a sweetness there, maybe a little bit of a honey sweetness, but not, that could be me looking for more than what actually is in there, hoping for more. Yeah, really, pretty much tastes like any other standard macro lager. Doesn't have as aggressive a carbonation bite to it. It's not one of those beers that's going to make you burp as much, I don't think. Doesn't really, the carbonation doesn't really punch you like a lot of run-of-the-mill macro lagers do. I don't know, there's something about the flavor I don't like. It's a little off for me, personally. I could see how others would enjoy this. It's definitely got a bit more flavor, a bit more character than your standard Budweisers, Coors, Molson, Labatt, etc., etc., right? But at the same time, it's not really doing anything for me. It's not terrible. I haven't detected anything offensive about it. It's just bland. Watery body, of course. Yeah, it's just boring. It's just a boring, bland macro lager. There's no craft brew. There's nothing in it that really screams craft brewery made this, right? It doesn't taste like a fresh, clean, actual lager from like a decent brewery or anything. So I gotta say, you know, I'll give it a slight recommendation. I'll give it 2.5 out of 5, just to be generous. Because, like I said, there's nothing excessively bad about it. It's just a mediocre beer, basically. It's better than some of the more offensive tasting macro lagers, so that gives it a pass in my books. So, for the Red Baron Premium Blonde Lager from the Brick Brewery, 2.5 out of 5. You can do a lot worse. It's worth giving a shot. You might like it better than I do. Who knows? Alright guys, be good. We'll see you later.